Jeff, we'll go back to you. We hear a lot about quantum communications. Yep. Curious what your views are there and how Corning's going to participate in that over the next decade or so.
Sure. Maybe two separate sets of comments around that. One is, we're really excited that Toshiba set a new quantum communications record on our optical fiber. You may have seen the announcement recently. But I think quantum communications for us could be a big opportunity in the future, but right now it's a great example of our repurpose and reuse strategy. The idea is that we are repurposing and reusing our capabilities and intellectual property around ultra-low loss fiber to secure a seat at the table. We're supplying components to multiple quantum computing players. We are also working in quantum communications with equipment players like Toshiba, as well as some of our large carrier customers. And as we work with them, we're able to learn a lot about the needs that are happening in quantum technologies, and we are able to advance our own capabilities in ultra-low loss fiber that is an attractive product for us today. So it's a win-win. We're creating some pretty low-cost options for the future, and I think that's one illustration of why the repurpose and reuse strategy is so valuable for our customers. But another way, so if I use that as an example, I'll go back to what Claudio was talking about in data centers as we try to take optics inside the boxes. One option for doing that is to use pristine flat glass that's been optically optimized for transition. And our display glass has some really interesting properties with respect to that. So we can bring uniquely the capabilities that we have in the glass science of displays, our optical physics and transmission capabilities from optical communications, and bring novel products to bear. So quantum communications, moving optics inside the box are two really exciting things for us longer term.
Okay, love your perspective on this as well.
Yeah, I see governments and companies pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into research for quantum technology, computing, communications, and sensors. And just looking at one example, what Google showed in 2019, when with 53 qubit computer, they were able to solve a very difficult problem that took them about 2 days, and they claimed that it would have taken 10,000 years on a classical computer, the state of the art today. And imagine what would happen if they have a million qubits, so almost error-free computer. The other thing is quantum communications, as Jeff mentioned. And when you look at those quantum technology, you see people are either using microwave, superconducting technology, or all optical. And in both cases, actually, they need a very, very high-speed connections. You can imagine a big room full of equipment just to build the microwave quantum computers. And hopefully in the future that will shrink. So optics is very promising, not just the fiber, but optical components that we are working on. So the way I see it, whenever it will happen, it's just going to be more Corning inside.
Right.
Just one comment on that is that it's amazing how those things are connected, right? So the understanding that in the near future we're going to have quantum computers, that creates that challenge with, well, maybe classical encryption or classical cryptography is not enough anymore because a quantum computer can break that. So that is driving this even a stronger trend for quantum communications. I need to have this secure link. So carriers are thinking about that, not only as, oh, well, I need that, but also could be a different way to bring new revenue sources, right? If I have a secure link, I can have another revenue. And that is opening even other spaces when you think about security in general on the network. So it's not only the low attenuation fiber that's specifically for single photon transmission, quantum communication, but also what else can you do to make your network more secure? And there are other technologies that we're playing with to make the cables more secure, the optical fiber more secure, sensors along links, etc. So the security of the network is another piece, totally connected with quantum, but can have some other ramifications in new technologies and new products.
Great, great, thanks.